Okay, let's see if it works this time. A lot of people saying gay ops. I think more than likely it's just this fucking potato internet I have out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh yeah, we're back, baby. We're back and better than ever, which isn't very hard, based on the standards I set for myself. Oh boy, what a shit show. All you want to do is read some fucking mongoloid's article complaining about being harassed. I I checked my Twitter in the downtime. Fake Ross wants the hangout link to the stream. I don't know if I should send it to him or not. What do you guys think? Oh boy. God, I just can't do anything right. Let's see. Hi, Fraua. Salam alaikum. Don't pretend to be Islamic. You're not one of my brothers, I can tell. Boomer Toad. Yeah, that's right. Inshallah, brothers. Inshallah, indeed. Now, I don't think, I don't know how I would get DDoSed. I'm behind like 17 proxies. And it seems to be working again now, so I don't know. I think it's just that potato internet I've got. You a real one, Toad, from Tef Pattern. Hey, thanks, Tef Pattern. Long time no see. Seems like you bailed on the old IBS scene about the same time I did. It's a pretty good choice. Toad is 12 drinking fruit punch. I sound like I'm 12, but I'm drinking an 8-year-old Scotch whiskey. It's pretty good. It's not bad. Kind of spicy, a little bit smoky. Oh boy. What do you guys think so far about this Ian Miles Chong article? Oh boy. What a fucking shit show. Can you stop smacking your lips? No, man, I'm pretty drunk. Probably can't stop smacking my lips if I'm being honest. It's gross. I mean, when I make my videos, I make sure not to, but this is a drunk stream reading an absurd fucking article. All right, I think it's probably a good time to get back into the article. See what old Ian has to say. I think I missed some super chats on that last stream. I'll go back and catch those here after a bit. I got to get through this before Ethan Ralph starts streaming. Leopirate says drunk streaming. Toad McKinley, turn to our Lord. Yeah, Leo, a lot of people are asking for you to come on. Maybe after I get done, you can come in here and tell everybody what you really think of Ian Miles Chong, because I think you got a lot more of the backstory than I do. But you're a busy man. If you're busy, don't worry about it. Just DM me on Twitter if you want to. I mean, I know you don't actually have a Twitter because you got banned, but have somebody DM me on Twitter. We'll get it set up. Okay, where were we? And although he signed Hype Break up to the MCM, I would eventually learn from its manager that he did so under. Yeah, we read that. None of the promises Worski made. made to me came to pass. I would later learn again during the through the MCN manager that Worski was always offline and impossible to reach. Yeah, probably because he was training to beat up a cripple. During this time, as I would also later learn, Worski would lie to me and tell me that his MCN manager was working on it and that he would attempt to strong arm him into getting us sponsorships worth 10 times more than what we were earning through YouTube ad revenue alone. Yeah, that's probably true. You don't make jack shit. Title of this next section is Worski's Relapse into IBS. Worski's inability to actually, you know what? Here, let me spam the link to this article more times for you guys. Worski's inability to commit to the channel actually stemmed from his preoccupation with internet blood sports. Actually, sorry, I just got a DM. Worski's inability to commit to the channel actually stemmed from his preoccupation with internet blood sports, which came about through his relaunch of a show called Warpath on his personal channel. For a time, he made bank. He made bank. Boys, he made bank. Who writes that in a fucking article? He made bank from YouTube Super Chats. Donations provided by viewers over the course of dozens of 3-hour live streams. Each stream of Worski earned upwards of $300, some of which he opted to split with a co-host. I think that would be Geek Thulu, or Geek Julu, as he came to be known. But Bloodsports took its toll on Worski, as well as all of his content. At first, Worski made a lot of money and was driving a lot of attention to himself by covering popular topics like the BetterHelp advertising scandal that implicated major YouTubers like Philip DeFranco and Shane Dawson as individuals benefiting from their viewers' depression. Oh my fucking God. When that well ran dry, Worski found himself scraping the bottom of the barrel by making several streams dedicated to YouTubers no one had ever heard of. Like the guy who was singled out because his wife complained like the guy who was singled out because his wife complained of his poor hygiene during a live stream that had fewer than 100 viewers. I think he's talking about Thomas Smellington there. I don't know if you guys recall, Thomas was pretty fortunate in the fact that everybody fucking burnt down right during his most embarrassing time. Thomas got drunk on a live stream and fell asleep, and then his wife came in and proceeded to berate him for smelling so bad that he stunk up the whole house, and then he never fucking showered. And then eventually he came on Worski Live with his wife to have her try and clear his fucking name. Oh, it was an incredible saga. Oh, man. Sterling, quit sending me fucking DMs on Steam. I don't know how to turn it off, and it's fucking distracting. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to uninstall Steam just to finish this fucking this article. I'm all out of whiskey. Let me pour a little bit more. That should help. That should help my inability to read fucking basic English or speak coherently. Oh man, this is a fucking mess. This is why I don't live stream. Warning signs. This is, oh my God, this article is written like something right out of fucking, I don't know, BuzzFeed? If BuzzFeed hired illiterate Mongolians to write their articles? Jesus Christ. In the midst of his declining efforts to push Warpath, Worski Worski struck up a beef with another YouTuber named Tonkasaw. Struck up a beef with Tonkasaw. I don't think he struck up a beef with Tonkasaw. I think Tonka tormented him for months and then finally accused him of being a pedophile and challenged him to a fight. I think Worski was trying to ignore Tonkasaw until that point. I mean, if I recall correctly, I've only been autistically researching this shit for the past 2 weeks straight every single day. Jesus Christ. These were details that he shared with me in earnest, as I shared my personal details with him. Details he would later weaponize against me, and in doing so, personally hurt those I care about most. Holy shit. Oh my god. Imagine telling all your deepest and darkest secrets to Andy Worski. What a genius Ian Miles Chong is. Oh my god. We're not even a quarter of the way done through this fucking article. Despite his lax efforts on Hype Break, I considered him my best friend and believed. How do you consider someone on the internet your best friend? Despite his lax efforts on Hype Break, I considered him my best friend and believed he regarded me the same way. I told him things of my personal life, much of which would be uninteresting if not for the drama that now surrounds it, that I should not have, accidentally betraying the trust of those I care about as I vented to him about my relationship and friendships with others whom he did not know. He's talking about the fucking Findom. He's talking about the fucking Findom who has been talking to Worski and Ralph. I think she's going to go on the Ralph retort. And, oh my god. Ian, you're on here white knighting. You're on here saying you're sorry for exposing your Findom. I mean, I guess it's embarrassing for you, but she's going to turn right over on you for another $1. God, you are one pathetic loser. This article is just not helping in the least bit. And we haven't even got to you, I mean, presumably justifying swatting Andy. I haven't read that far into it. I don't know that I've read much farther than where we're at right now. Even if I did, I mean, at this point, I'm getting so drunk that I can't even fucking remember it. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Hold on, guys. I gotta go get some more water. I'll be right back. I apologize for my dead air. Okay, we back, boys. We back. My phone was also going off with my alarm to wake up in my master bathroom. Okay, let's see. Okay, I just checked my DMs. Looks like Ian's gonna come, or Ian, Leopirate is gonna come on to talk about Ian Miles Chong after we get done here. Hopefully. Let's see. Accidentally betraying. Okay, he would say, if you have any relationship problems, just tell me about it, and I'll help you out. How little I knew then. Worski's penchant for internet blood sports led to his decision to physically fight Tonka Saw in the ring. I think Tonka Saw challenging him to a fight is what led him to physically fight Tonka Saw in the ring. Perhaps seeing the build-up to the fight as yet another a way to great editing, Ian. Just fucking perfect editing. As yet another a way to maintain some relevance in the scene and to make some scratch in the process. It all culminated in a real-world MMA bout in Knoxville. No, it did not culminate into a real-world MMA bout in Knoxville. It culminated into Andy showing up in the ring and mocking Tonka Saw in front of, I think, like 1,000 people. It all culminated in a real-world MMA bout in Knoxville, Tennessee that never happened on January 19th. You can't blame that on me. That's just poor writing, Ian. He brags about being an undefeated MMA champion, the proud boast of a man who fought against a ghost and won, throwing shade at Tonka Saw. Throwing shade. I don't know that you guys are going to be talking behind the scenes much more after that. I wonder if ghosts are in wheelchairs too. What do you guys think? You think ghosts are in wheelchairs? You think they escape their worldly bonds? During this time, Worski's paranoid symptoms made themselves evident to me, as he would, at times, rail against his former partners and co-hosts, describing them as thieves and snakes who abused his trust and betrayed him. Worski would accuse his longtime partner on his main channel, Chris, of siphoning thousands of dollars out of his bank account. These were accusations he would make both publicly on his live streams and privately to me, with details I found incredulous. He found him incredulous, but he didn't fucking say anything about him at the time. He would make the same accusations about other YouTubers he collaborated with named Jean-Francois Garabi, whom he claimed was using him for his clout and his channel for its much larger platform than Garepi's. What is this supposed to be, some kind of gotcha? I mean, this was like the death knell of IBS. There was a huge fucking falling out over that. Do you have so little on Andy that you're going back to his breakup with JF? Ian, I expected a better gay op from you at least. At least. This next section is titled "The Buyout Deal." The true extent of Worski's paranoia became evident when, in early January, he locked me out of the Hypebreak channel without warning and accused me of working against him with Tonka Saw, a man with whom I had no contact. We managed to resolve this issue when I successfully reclaimed the channel, but heckles were raised, and I knew I had to part ways with Worski or risk being drawn further into his delusions. Now, we might forget, because a few weeks ago, in internet time is like, I don't know, a decade ago, but he wasn't mad. I'm pretty sure Andy wasn't mad that he was working with Tonka Saw. He was mad that he was working with the quartering. He found out he was working on exclusively games with the quartering, which it looks like Ian addresses in this next section. At the time, I had a good thing going as the main editor of exclusively games. Hypebreak was taking off. I did not want to see any of it collapse over yet another one of Worski's live stream freakouts. I made an effort to distance myself from him and eventually proposed to him, days after his fight in Knoxville, to purchase his share of the channel using funds that were set to be paid to him through the YouTube MCN for the months of December 2018 and January 2019. We both understood that this meant he would have at least 30 to 90 days for the funds to process. As an additional stipulation, Worski demanded, following a talk with the boys. I do not know to whom he refers here. I don't know, probably Ralph and Geek Julu. I pay him an additional $2,000 over a period of 8 to 12 months following his ownership of Hypebreak because he believed it would grow and that he would, and I quote, become jealous and bitter over its success. So Worski just dropped his nuts on the table and you let him, you know, I guess you didn't let him, you just reached down and sucked him right up into your mouth, didn't you, Ian? Jesus Christ. Is this article supposed to be helping your case right now as the entire internet fucking mocks you into oblivion? Jesus fuck. Ian, I'm starting to feel bad for you. Not really, though. I'm going to keep reading this. I agreed and drafted a contract to put it in writing, evidence of which he himself has produced on social media as proof of our agreement. However, I could not get his signed copy back from him, and he was unreachable for a day, at which point he went on another one of his live streams to refocus his attacks on staple internet blood sports villain Tonkasaw. Excuse me, sir? Excuse me, Ian? That's Wrestling Today to you? That's Wrestling Today, not Tonkasaw? Tonkasaw is a dead. That's his dead name. He now identifies as a wrestling channel that disabled his likes. I don't know if he disabled his comment section too, but I called this. This next section is called Fake Drama. Fake Drama. Okay. Okay, let's see here. During the stream, my name came up in a leaked private chat log between the guest and Tonkasaw's girlfriend, whom I had been friends with for years. She remarked in the DMs that she can't imagine Worski's reaction if he were to find out that we were still talking, in spite of his aggression towards her boyfriend. You know what this means, right, guys? The entire time that Tonka was warring against Andy and whatnot, Ian was trying to get into Vamp's panties, like he does with all these fucking e-girls. What a weirdo. I bet she'd do it too if he flew over. It's worth noting that and this part is in bold, okay? Worski was, at the time, fully aware of her friendship with me and had said to me that it didn't bother him. That's in bold. It's not hyperlinked to any source. That's just Ian Miles Chungus putting this in bold as if, you know, that makes it true. As if Andy Worski would be okay with him talking to Vamp Tranny, but suddenly when it gets released in a chat log, he wasn't okay with it. Ian, what are you doing, you fucking idiot? So it should be puzzling as to why he took this news as a surprise and went on to rail about how I was a snake all along, who had somehow stolen Hypebreak and its revenues without even so much as a notice. But a discerning mind might suggest that Worski had found himself a new target to monetize. A fucking discerning mind? Maybe a fucking Down syndrome mind. Maybe a Down syndrome mind might suggest that Worski had found a new target to monetize, and based on the pictures of you that have been coming out lately, I think that that might be the case. The blood sports with Tonkasaw had already died with the MMA fight that never happened. He promised to make a series of videos unveiling the true extent of my supposed snakery and how I had been intending somehow to backstab him all along. He brought up my employment with Exclusively Games, unfairly directing a hate bomb at my employer at the time, thereby promoting the termination of my channel. Jesus fucking Christ. My employment, not my channel. Sorry, there's my dyslexia kicking in. That one's not on Ian. It's on me. Worski released a proper video the very next day, promising more to come, exposing details of my personal life that would otherwise be of no interest to anyone were I not the subject of his campaign against me. Again, you were spending a bunch of money on a fucking Findom. That was going to be funny no matter what happened. Worski promised to take down Hypebreak, strike down content I had produced, and effectively burn me to the ground in his video. Worski almost promised an outright lie about me killing a dog. Oh, that's not a lie, Ian. That's not a lie. You killed Alamy. You killed Wild Goose's dog. That was a show quality dog. You need to pay for that dog. $3,000 to Wild Goose. I think it's streamlabs.com/Wild Goose. Can I get some Fs in chat for Alamy? Oh, that's a lot of Fs. That's a lot of Fs. You know, I just realized that I've been muting myself using my headset that I've got plugged into my Blue Yeti, but that doesn't do anything to actually mute myself. So when I walked through my house to go get some more water, you could hear me slamming my fucking doors like an absolute retard. I mean, I shouldn't have used that. An absolute Down syndrome. Jesus, I'm fucking stupid. Oh, I see a Superberry for Pupper from My B Edits. Thank you. Thank you. The next section is titled The Harassment Campaign Starts in Earnest. The Harassment Campaign. This motherfucker is going full Zoe Quinn. I mean, I guess. I wasn't part of Gamergate. I think he used to be buds with her and then made fun of her for claiming a harassment campaign. I don't know. Let me finish off this glass of whiskey here. Pour another one. I don't think I'm drunk enough. I see you there. I see you there in the chat, Leopirate. Harassment campaign. That's right. These evil bullies going after poor Ian Miles Chong. Now, I would sit here and read all of these comments. But I've got to get through this fucking article because I really want Leo to come on here and talk a little bit more about Ian Miles Chong. Name the whiskey. The whiskey is an 8-year-old Lagavulin. It's a young whiskey. It's very spicy and smoky. It's pretty good. It's not too bad. It's pretty good value for the money. I think it was like $60. All-out Sweetie Squad assault. Now that's just slander. The Sweetie Squad would never do something like this to a good boy like Ian. Okay. Let's see here. Starting the harassment campaign starts in earnest. His words lit a fuse to the internet blood sports keg. Internet blood sports has been dead for fucking like 6 months at this point. All right, can we just be honest here? Which is always in want of a fresh villain. An avalanche of hostile YouTube comments. This fucking pussy. Oh, you poor baby. What are you gonna do? You've got an avalanche of hostile YouTube comments. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, I can't even fathom it. Thousands of tweets, emails, Instagram, Facebook, even LinkedIn. And then, of course, the official Internet Bloodsport streams with hosts stoking the fire ever hotter for thousands of viewers / participants baying for blood. Official Internet Blood Sports Mythology had crowned me the stealer of YouTube channels. No, they crowned you a swatter, a liar, a doxer, someone who likes to jump from cause to cause, trying to make a quick buck but gets kicked out of everywhere he goes. I think that's what they called you. I don't think most people care that you stole the channel. And much worse. For example, I was accused of calling a SWAT team down on someone's house. A troll by the name of Wild Goose. A troll, how dare you, sir? Wild Goose is a good man. Who produced dozens of docs of journalists during the height of Gamergate in 2014. I guess I'll have to disavow that, but I think he's changed his ways. He was just a man who loved his dog. It's a narrative that shifts with every retelling. In some stories, a dog is flashbanged. Oh, pray for Alamy. Press F, chat. In others, it's killed. The owner of the dog changes from the person I supposedly swatted to Wild Goose's dad. Multiple SWAT raids on the same person. The dog is blinded, sometimes killed, sometimes blinded and killed. None of these stories line up. Why is he trying to discredit the tragic story of Alamy, the dog who was flashbanged to death by Ian Miles Chong, a known Chinese person? They hate dogs. They eat them. They don't care. He has no remorse. This was his plan all along. Don't let him fool you with his lies. Depending on who you ask, they'll say I owe Wild Goose thousands of dollars, which you do, to pay for the treatment of the imaginary dog or for his mental health. You owe him money for both. The malicious rumors spawned a hashtag called #PrayForPupper. Now, I feel really bad for Ian right now, so definitely, if you're not blocked by him already, don't go to Twitter. Do not do this. Do not go to Twitter and tweet out #PrayForPupper if you're not blocked by @StillGray. Don't do that. I condemn this. It's ironic for Wild Goose to demand recompense over the injury of a non-existent dog. How dare you, sir? When he himself led a campaign to eradicate pit bulls across the United States during this time. This is so autistic. Jesus fucking Christ. And the video evidence provided by Wild Goose and others pushing the flashbang dog. Oh, I see a lot of people saying it's pay for pupper, not pray. I think you should do both. You know what? Tweet out either one. Who cares? You know, prayers are just as valuable as dollars, I've found in my personal life. They've helped me. And the video evidence provided by Wild Goose and others pushing the flashbang dog story were made in conjunction with Worski's own video slandering me, using footage of a police raid that's both years old and took place in a completely different part of the country. The only picture he was able to provide of his dog is an image cribbed right out of Google Images with background music that distracts from the seriousness of the claim. Yeah. Google Images? Of course Alamy would be in Google Images. She was a beautiful dog. Why wouldn't she be in Google Images? Wild Goose and his family wanted to show her off. This claim that it wasn't a real dog, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Ian, will this slander never stop? Will it never stop? Fucking monster. Anyone who processed these allegations, Jesus Christ, Ian, get a fucking editor. Anyone who processed these allegations with a functioning brain can clearly see them for what they are, a malicious joke intended to defame. But it hasn't stopped some from taking it at face value, or from mindlessly joining the bandwagon to call for my blood over an imaginary dog. How dare you call Alamy imaginary? Piece of shit. When I say blood, I mean in the literal sense, as well as the figurative. Internet blood sports hosts frequently suggest that thousands of trolls that are properly formulated report... What? Internet blood sports hosts frequently suggest to their thousands of trolls that a properly formulated report to authorize in my country to the authorities in my country might get me whipped or even executed. So, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Guys, I have to disavow this. I don't want Ian Miles Chong to be caned, but I also respect the sovereign right of the nation of Malaysia to govern as they want to. I mean, look, if they want, I might not personally agree with it, but if they want to cane somebody for, possessing porn or swatting someone or something to that extent, maybe, I mean, that's within their rights. It's a religion of peace. Okay? Oh. Jesus Christ. So this next section is called Terror and Error. Let's see what the chat has to say here. Toad, we need to recruit an army of editors to help you finish your documentary. That'd be nice, but I like to work alone on my videos. A lot of people have reached out and actually offered to help me sift through this shit, but I'm pretty autistic when it comes to the stuff that I do. So people provided timestamps, which were helpful, but I go over my own script and edit and rewrite for hours on end, which I guess, I don't know. I probably need to get somebody to help me, but it's kind of embarrassing. My scripts are embarrassing when they first start out. I mean, a lot of my videos are embarrassing in retrospect, but I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't know that I've got enough needs for an editor. Where's the video, Toad? It's coming. I think it's about halfway done at this point. I'm just now getting to, so it was really difficult because there's the before section, and it's from like 2009 to 2017, December 2017, when Andy Worski started the Kraut and Tea stuff, which Tonka jumped on and kind of rose him to popularity. And all that stuff has been deleted. And then the stuff from there to about May of 2018 is all pretty much archived. Like the important stuff is archived. So I've just been slowly working through that stuff that's all deleted, that I'm having to go and dig down rabbit holes for little obscure pieces of information. But after I get to that point, it should fly by pretty quick. So hopefully the end of this week or the end of next week, I'll have that out. Yes, the dongumentary. The dongumentary. More terror, more terror, more error. Yeah. Let's get back to it. I was at a loss, to put it mildly. Everything I'd worked so hard for, Heartbreak, my friendship with Worski, and even my employment, they didn't want the negative attention that was being hold on. That was being destroyed in front of me. And even my employment. So, is he accusing the quartering of firing him just because Andy was fucking with him? Maybe people should tweet this little section of the article, Terror and Error, at the quartering, and see what the real reason was that he fired him. Because the quartering seems to suggest that it was an amicable separation. I don't know. I know that the quartering dodged a fucking bullet by getting rid of this guy before he fucking swatted Andy Worski, admitted it to some girl on Instagram. I wasn't thinking clearly. I thought of ways I could strike back at Worski. For all he was doing to me and promising to do to me. I recalled his cocaine habit, which he admitted to me, and of the times he bragged about possessing illegal firearms in his place of residence. I left a tip with the police, telling them of his habits, and warned him to approach him with caution, given what I knew of his mindset at the time. Oh my god. Let me just pull something up here real quick. I want to pull something up for you guys. Because he's trying to run this narrative that he just told the police that approach Andy with caution because he's schizophrenic. But there's a little text blurb. Now, I don't have voice meters, so I can't play this stuff. I can't play this stuff over the stream, but here's a direct quote from the leaked chat logs of Ian talking about swatting Andy Worski. And hopefully soon the Mississauga police will be paying Andy Worski a nice little visit. I told them that he was armed and dangerous because he is. He's got guns. And that's he's prone to bouts of schizophrenia and bouts of violence. So he might be in for a little treat. It's all true, by the way. He is prone to all these things. So that's not just me trying to get him killed. That's not just me trying to get him killed. That's not just me trying to get him killed. That's not just me trying to get him killed. That's a direct quote from Ian Miles Chong. That's not me just trying to get him killed. To me, that says he's implying that he was trying to get him killed, but that's not all he was doing. He was also trying to expose him. He's also trying, I guess, to expose him for having guns and coke and schizophrenia, so it would be, okay for him to swat Andy. What the fuck? This guy straight up knew he was trying to kill Andy, and he fucking bragged about it to some dumb girl on Instagram. How dumb do you have to be? I mean, this guy's been on the internet for like 2 decades. What a fucking idiot. What an absolute fucking brainlet this guy is. There's leaked audio out there. You guys can find it if you go and look for it. I'm sure most of the people listening to this have heard it before, but if you haven't, you can go to Keemstar's channel. You can go to Ralph's Twitter. You can go to Keemstar's Twitter. You can go to Ralph's website. I think it's all linked there. God, this guy is a fucking idiot. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Yeah, that's true. Thank you, chat. It was a terrible mistake. Yeah, you don't say. But I felt like a cornered animal. You look like one, too. I was angry and desperate and powerless, and I believed that a visit from the police could bring Worski back to his senses. No, you believe that killing Andy Worski would get rid of your problem. But you couldn't keep your fucking mouth shut about it. Clearly, they did not, and my actions prompted him to redouble his efforts against me, and of the mob as well. Oh, they're definitely not fucking justified, and their efforts against you after you tried to swat Andy Worski. This made it all the way to fucking Keemstar. Keemstar did a drama alert on this shit. God, Ian, you are such a fucking idiot. During this moment of weakness where you tried to kill a guy, I also reached out to a friend I had known for over a year, one I thought I could trust, mindlessly detailing my actions to her. Sounds like, you wanted to get it off your conscience. This is the Instagram girl that he sent everything to. Despite knowing little of Worski, she would later tell him about it, revealing a few out-of-context messages. You heard what I just read, okay? You heard what I just read. It wasn't only about killing Andy. It wasn't only about, killing Andy. It was also about telling the police he was schizophrenic, which there's no evidence of, about telling them he had guns, which were his roommates. His roommate's a police officer, apparently. Jesus, out-of-context messages. Deliver the context then, Chungus. Deliver us the context. Please exonerate yourself, because this article isn't fucking doing it. I mean, it's providing me with a fucking great time. It's providing me with a hilarious time, and I'm guessing the people who are watching it too. I don't know how many people are watching this. 570 people are enjoying you fucking bury yourself farther into a hole? Please, deliver us the context we need. I hope it's in this article. I really do. Play the audio. He was fucking giddy about the attempted... Maybe when, if Leo still wants to come on, I think he's got something set up to where he can play that. Playing up and exaggerating the extent of everything I said to her. I I cannot speak to her state of mind or explain why she would betray my trust. I can, and it was because you tried to kill a guy over an internet beef. That's why she did it. If you were curious, apparently you can't explain it. I can explain it for you. Everybody else can fucking explain it for you. But internet blood sports and the clout that comes with it does strange things to otherwise decent people. No one, oh my God, no one knew who this chick was. She didn't have to come forward, Ian. She's not going to get any clout out of this. You fucking mongoloid. Every word that I've ever typed or spoken on the internet is now being used against me. Yeah, no shit. That's what happens on the internet. Evidence of my character. He puts evidence in parentheses. What the fuck else are we going to judge your character on, Ian? Your fucking word? God damn. Words that contradict the narrative are cited as proof of my hypocrisy. Andy Worski with the kill stream, and now even Drama Alert's Keemstar, who frequently calls in to the internet bloodsport streams. I'm assuming this is the part where he tries to smear Keemstar as a Nazi, even though Keemstar is like, I don't know, like a center-right sort of neocon cuck. I'm guessing. I don't really know the guy. He blocked me on Twitter. I can't fucking keep up with his shit. Have seen fit to spread a narrative about me that consists of many lies and few truths. Well, you didn't deliver any fucking truths in here in this article. I mean, you're not helping yourself. I never got a dog killed. Hashtag pay for pupper. I never stole a YouTube channel or its revenues. I don't know if that's true or not, to be honest. I mean, I don't know which one of you fucking created it, but I'm inclined to believe Andy over you. I never initiated a DDoS attack on Worski. I never flagged down any channels that reported on this subject. It's a narrative that brought Worski, in particular, a sizable amount of money, with videos that are being used to also raise funds for an Indiegogo project involving Worski and Ethan Ralph. Now, let me just say, that Indiegogo project, I think it's kind of gay. It's kind of gay to raise money for an in real life road trip with your buddies, to go and meet up with fans. I don't know. It just seems to me like every time money's raised on the internet, something's wrong. I like both the guys. I like Ethan and I like Andy, but there's just something, I don't know. That's something always goes wrong. You know, you see people raise money for charity and it ends up being a scam. You got that Broski guy, they raised money for him. He ended up faking his cancer and spending the money on a gaming PC. Even Ralph raised money for St. Jude's and it got him fucking deleted. I just think people in this sphere of YouTube should stop trying to raise money like via Indiegogo or charity. Like, as shitty as that is, just give your money to charity in private. It's not that big a deal. By the way, the heel stream was a great stream. I think it was bad, but I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I'm off on that. I'm running low on fuel here. I'm up to like 4 whiskeys at this point. Leo's going to be very disappointed with me if he still comes on my stream. He's a very religious man. If you people aren't up on Leopirate, he doesn't drink. He's a vegan. He doesn't smoke weed. He's a very devout Christian man. I don't know if we're going to get any dirt on Ian Miles Chong. It might just be him berating me. Okay. Final thoughts. Thank God. Thank God we're at the fucking end. It is easy to join a hate mob. Oh my God, this is so gay. This is so gay. You, the reader, may have even participated in a hate mob. You may be one of the people currently participating in my destruction. It's difficult to... Yeah, we are! But the biggest person that's participating in your destruction, Ian, is you. It's you and your own actions that have been documented over the past, I don't know what, decade on the internet, of you just acting like a total fucking idiot. It's difficult to fathom what it's like to be standing within the eye of the storm and watch the world collapse around you as strangers, people who you don't even know, think that they know the ins and outs of your actions in your life. You know, I wasn't around for Gamergate, but I'm guessing these are the fucking articles people were protesting to. It's a no-brainer to partake in a coordinate attack. A coordinate attack. That's what it says. A coordinate attack. A coordinated attack. Again, maybe take some of that fucking hype break money and invest in somebody to edit your shit articles. Maybe save the money and just stop writing articles because you're not doing yourself any favors. It's a no-brainer to partake in a coordinate attack against someone, especially when you feel justified. It only takes one tweet, a sentence comprised of fewer than 240 characters to share a hot take. Your words may reach a dozen people, or they may reach 1 million. It matters not. It matters not, chat. It matters not. As the volume of attacks more than makes up for the individual tweet. To contribute to the outrage, all you have to do is click a button and you'll have done your part. And in doing so, you'll have helped to ruin the life of someone you do not know and the lives of those around them. Defending yourself against a tide of hate is much harder, if not impossible, to do without a massive platform of your own. Even then, it is a Sisyphean task. Your defenders, innumerable though they may be, are similarly afraid of being singled out as targets alongside you. Oh, I see a $15 super chat there. Flashbangs on puppers and Warski on kittens. Leaf dicked detectives, his Instagram spittin'. Ching Chang Big Chungus has hype break his friends. These are a few of IBS. Oh shit, that's a song. Flashbangs on puppers and Warskis on kittens. Leaf dick detectives, he's Instagram smitten. Ching Chang Big Chungus has hype breaked his friends. These are a few of the IBS trends. That's a great super chat. Totally worth it. You could have DM'd it to me and I still would have probably sang that. That was pretty great. These are a few ways out, but should you ever find yourself at the center of a hate mob, your worst move is to provide them with anything they can use against you. What the fuck is this article, Ian? What is it? Who did you think at all when you wrote this, you fucking moron? Oh my god. I made the mistake of tipping off the police. I made the mistake of tipping off the police to Andy. It is being painted as a swatting attempt, and even worse, attempted murder. Because it is, because you admit it's an attempted murder. Please provide us the context that proves it's not fucking attempted murder, you moron. I will admit that this experience is ongoing. Has made me sink into depression. Oh, send prayers to Ian. He sunk into a depression. Poor little baby. I suffer from near suicidal thoughts. Oh, I feel so bad for him. I'm not laughing. I'm near tears because I feel so bad for him. Not enough to harm myself. Well, fucking thank God there. Wouldn't want these articles to end. But enough to ideate on the prospect of simply disappearing. Just disappear from the internet. Get a job in the fucking, rice fields of Malaysia. I don't know what the fuck they do over there. Cane degenerates. It may come from a place of selfishness, as I am forced to ruminate upon all I have lost. I am sorry to those whom I have hurt, to those who placed their trust in me, which I betrayed, inadvertently or otherwise, as I once trusted those who seek to ruin me. This reads like the fucking Lord's Prayer. And I am thankful to everyone who stuck their necks out for me. Narrative often eclipses the truth. Be honest. Cherish those who care for you. Be careful with who you trust. Yeah, I think you should be careful with who you swat. Don't share anyone else's secrets, and don't do anything underhanded. The trash fire that rages within any given hate mob will snuff itself out with no combustible material to work with. My God. Swatting people for years. You used to be a Nazi, then you were an SJW. You swatted people, you're an SJW. Then you become a GGer. Then you transition into a fucking skeptic. You swat Andy. It's admitted to on a voice call. Live well and do not participate in internet blood sports. What do you think? Tell us in a comment below. Definitely go to this fucking website and tell them in a comment below. Toad McKinley, you missed super chats early in the stream, by the way. I'll go back and I'll find those. I'm going to send the Hangout link to Leo real quick, and I'm going to go get some water. If Leo doesn't join right away, I'll read the super chats. If not, I'll read them. I'll read them after that. And I appreciate that. I didn't really expect to get any super chats over this. I didn't expect to have like fucking 500 people watching. But anyways, I'm going to send the link to Leo. See if he joins. Okay, so Leo's on his way. He's got to set up his audio. I don't know. Is the kill stream starting right now? Not really sure. I'm gonna keep going on ahead here with Leo. Once he joins, right now, let me see if I can find these. I've never had to search for super chats before, so let me go and try and find them. How you doing there in regular chat? Even the air is dead. Yeah, fucking dead air. Sorry. If I could set up a decent OBS, I planned on going to one of my friend's house and using his internet because I don't have access to internet that's fast enough to properly set up OBS from my house. Maybe I'll do that, but this was kind of impromptu. I just woke up and found this and felt that I had to stream. I mean, I haven't streamed in months. I'm not a huge fan of doing it. I'm kind of a fucking spurg, if you haven't noticed. I always get just drunk as shit. Oh, looks like Leo's joined. There he is.
Mr. Senor McKinley, it is so good to see you at this time.
My headphones are set up really loud. Can you in here real quick? Let me get this set up. Say something for me, Leo.
I am speaking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better. You're blowing my eardrums out.
Oh, sorry about that.
Not a problem.
I did want to say I didn't think it was possible to get drunk from watching someone else, but this stream has certainly changed my view on that. It's quite amazing. You're doing great. You're doing awesome, though.
Thanks. I can't believe I managed. Like, I can barely read when I'm sober. I don't know how I managed to read while drinking. I drank four scotches. At this
No, but
point.
you're still pointing out typos in Ian's article, right?
Okay. So Leo's on his way. He's got to set up his audio. Now I can hear myself through your whatever it is, your OBS or your voice meter. Oh, he muted himself. He's got to change that. Let me light up a smoke here. I'm gonna take a break from drinking and light up a smoke.
Oh, there you go. So I had it open in another window, so that was like echoing hardcore. I hope you enjoyed that ear rape. That was pretty good.
First and foremost, let me apologize because I think I've never spoken to you on live stream where I wasn't drunk, but we've spoken we've talked quite a bit off stream where I was quite sober. So
yes, I can attest to this. You're not always drunk.
Yeah, maybe I just like to drink when I'm talking about these fucking idiots on the internet.
I understand how it's necessary. I mean, while sober, trying to watch any IBS, it's pretty impossible. Yet you have the task of going through hours and hours of footage to try and find it and glean anything interesting from it. So I don't envy your position at all, and I don't condone your drinking, but I understand it.
Well, it's
like,
kind of it's kind of curious, and this is off topic, and I wanted to talk to you about this anyways. But we kind of figured out that Tonkasaw was full of shit at the same time. It was that stream where he didn't show up, and I didn't do anything. I just kind of quit talking to everybody. But you did a private Google Hangout with Tonka and recorded him and kind of called him out on being full of shit, and then released it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just couldn't believe how, and it was because he had sent me DMs saying that he wasn't going to show up to the show, that he was done with the internet. And then when he came onto the show saying, oh, no, sorry, my phone was off, it wasn't working, went earlier in that day. So I just had to like tell him, like, this is a complete contradiction, what's going on. But anyway, Tonka, it's full of shit. Like, who didn't see that coming? Everyone knew that. And now it's sad that only now people are understanding that. I would have thought during the apocalypse people would have realized that, but with the shouting match, pissing match that was, I also am not surprised that no one took it very seriously.
Yeah, you know, I came into one of your streams here recently where you were kind of bitching about the people who just now figured it out. But to me, as long as people figure it out, I'm fine with it. But it was kind of hard to miss at some point. You know, after that whole, like the month of May, after everything that happened, after freaking out about the that quote unquote anime mafia and not letting people on the stream and quitting but not quitting, just deleting Twitter from his phone. Yeah, it did.
It just got boring, and I was trying to tell him, and that's why I haven't released the full voice chat, because a lot of it was me telling him, like, you can fix this. I was like, take a week off. Just take a week off, come back, find like some news story from either social media, anonymous image boards, something. Stop talking about Discord drama. No one knows.
A bunch of fucking idiots. There was just a bunch of like kids, like teenagers and 30-year-olds that had no lives, just trolling him. And he freaked out about it and basically melted down, burnt all his bridges. And
oh yeah, but the thing is, people in chat are asking about the stream title, because I wanted to bring up some things I did find on the old Chungus. They're pretty old. This is some old dirt.
Right. So, but before that, if people don't know, Leopirate used to make amazing videos before he found God and deleted everything like a good Christian would. And he was, I guess you would say, part of Gamergate, exposed some pedophile anti-Gamergator.
Yes, I was a part of the 9/11 of the internet. I was.
And were you ever a fan of Ian Miles Chong, or did you always see through this bullshit?
The thing is, since the beginning, we saw this guy flip-flop left and right. And what many people don't know is he was actually a part of the people on Game Ranks that were slandering this charity event. Right? This is hard to believe. There was this organization that wanted to make an indie game development project, and they were going to hire a bunch of women as the designers and directors. And this pissed off a lot of game sites for some reason. It was this really small charity event that no one cared about. Game Ranks actually wrote about it, including our good friend Ian Miles Chong. But that's not the thing I'm here to talk about. In case you couldn't tell from old Chungus that he's kind of just not really all together. He's not really all there.
No, not at all. Not even not even close.
Yeah, he actually was. I don't know if you talked about this earlier in the stream, but he was a rather influential mod on Reddit.
I didn't bring it up, and you've told me about it. And Andy's touched on it and said he's going to bring it up in his next video about how he possibly
I could post it.
Well, he still used his old connections to bring his hype break videos to the front. I guess I don't use Reddit, so he brought them to the front page of Reddit and got them upvoted. And
well, it's like if you what is it? I posted the link in the live chat. I don't know if it'll cut out because I'm not a mod, but anyway, the thing is, this is written in 2012 on the Daily Dot. Basically, Ian Miles Chong, he went under the Reddit handle Soul Invictus, right? Which, you know, to show how much of a LARPing queer this guy is. Right? He was a moderator for the subreddits r WTF, r Ask Reddit, and r Politics, which is pretty bad. Each of them boasting more than 1 million subscribers. But the thing that mattered is, aside from him, you know, being a literal Reddit mod, that should be showstopper right there. Opinion in the garbage. Don't listen to anything else he says. He was essentially, at least what this article is proclaiming, he may have been banned because he was receiving payment from Global Post to make sure that their links got proper influence. Now,
yeah, Andy has kind of hinted at that. I think he's going to talk about it in his videos, but you've told me about that, so I've kind of known behind the scenes as all this was going on. Like, as Andy created Hype Break with Ian, like, I already didn't like him, but I knew all this backstory from you.
And
so
the thing is, he was asked a question about this in the article, and this is what he was saying. He's like, I work for them as a marketing consultant. It means coming up with strategies on how to build an audience and not spamming Reddit. Spamming might be great for short-term benefits, but it's not great for building a brand. Right. This is Ian Miles Chong. So he's basically saying, no, I didn't spam articles, but I had a vested interest when when their links popped up. Like, that's just the thing. This guy shoots himself in the foot all the time.
It's a complete conflict of interest. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. He's so blatant with the shit he does too. Like, he makes no effort to hide it. I mean, I guess maybe in his head, he thinks he's getting away with it, but it's all out in the open.
It reminds me of Tonka. Like, did these people forget that what the internet is?
Right.
The stuff they say and the stuff they type is written in something more permanent than ink.
Yeah.
More permanent than chiseled stone.
Everything you say is going to be exposed to an army of autists who are just dedicated to trying to prove you wrong. Like, that's all everybody on the internet wants to do.
Also, I don't know where this old chat was, but I remember this was circulating during the early days of the 9/11 of the internet, known as Gamergate. When people did research into Ian Miles Chong, I don't know where this chat is from. I'm not sure if it's IRC, but the thing is, he had the username Soul Invictus Exitum, and this is the kind of stuff that he said. I'm reading this verbatim. This is Ian Miles Chong. He typed this on a keyboard. He says, and I quote, "Hitler is my effing idol. F off Jew. Why didn't the Holocaust kill your parents? Holocaust isn't important enough to capitalize because Jews equal nothing."
Jesus Christ. And right now he's going around accusing like Andy and Keemstar of being Nazis.
Let me repeat that for you.
Yeah, everybody's pulling this shit up.
That's pretty hardcore for the Malaysian Hitler wannabe himself. I mean, he just kind of... That's pretty hardcore, and like he's changed.
This is like pre-Gamergate, before he flipped sides for money, presumably.
Yes. This is. I mean, I don't know how old these chat logs are by a particular date, but they were found around the beginning of GG, so it has to be older than 2014. But you just have to understand, this guy he doesn't believe in anything. He just flips around and whatever will get him the most influence.
It's very similar to, and I'm guessing a lot of the people who were subscribed to my channel were also fans of IBS. It's the same shit that Baked Alaska did. Went from like BuzzFeed reporter to alt-right to alt-right and IBS to now he's just an IRL streamer, kind of like trying to be a centrist cuck and shrug all that shit off.
Let me just say, Hype Break was one of the worst things I'd ever seen on the internet.
Yes.
It was pretty awful. Top 10 reasons why we need to get excited for the new Spider-Man game. I
remember
hate.
I sent that to you because just like offhand, who's gonna play the fucking 20th Spider-Man game? Who gives a shit about that? Like, who gives a shit about Marvel in general?
No, you see, Toad, I need someone to deliver me a top 10 list to explain to me why I should care. That's why. I'll tell you, I already hate video games, but no, channels like that just make me realize I actually agree with the World Health Organization that, video gaming is a mental disorder. Like, I completely agree.
Yeah, I think I do too, based on like all like the past 3 games I've bought and haven't played it. Like, I've played them for 10 minutes. Like, I played Red Dead Redemption for 30 minutes and I was like, this is like a fucking horse riding simulator. Why do I want to play this?
You know why? Because you read the Game Ranks review saying that it's 10 out of 10 amazing and that you can kill feminists. Let's be real. Come on. You're a real gamer. Say it.
No, I listened to people who probably read that and said it was the best game of all time. I mean, maybe I'm giving it a bad rap, but I just couldn't get into it. Like, it's too real. Like, I don't need a simulator for a game. I need a fucking video game.
Well, dude, I don't know about you. I like my third-person God of War cinematic experiences. Okay?
That was another big fucking disappointment for me. I got like an hour into that game too. But anyways, fucking Ian Miles Chong was a Nazi, then a SJW, then came over to GG, and then evolved into a skeptic. Is there any other lore you have on the guy?
Whatever will become, like you had said earlier, you understand why people in GG were upset because of articles that's stupid. This article was like exactly the kind of stuff that came out during the early days of GG. Like, what is this guy saying? IVS is like the trolling pay to win kind of thing. Like,
yeah. I guess that's what's fucking bizarre to me. Like, he's been like exhibiting this behavior for what, I don't know when Gamergate was, like 2014, 2013. Like, so for 5 years he's been doing this shit, and he's just now getting called out on it and finally ridiculed into, complete oblivion on the internet.
I just can't believe. So you didn't have you said that you wanted me to play those audio clips.
Yeah,
I did set up my audio. I did set up my audio to play this because this is what was leaked, and I still can't believe that this is our man Ian himself. I don't know how these were recorded. Did he send these audio clips to someone else?
So I don't know. Like, I don't fucking chat with I don't chat with anybody on Instagram. I've never done that. But apparently you send like a voice chat and then somebody replies with another voice, like an audio file, and then you reply with an audio file. So he's just sending audio files back and forth to this girl, which he says there's, it's out of context. But how do you take out of context saying you're not just trying to kill a guy?
Right. Let's play this clips and see how out of context they are. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no, I think it's too quiet. This sucks, but it's the best I could do.
That really actually set me off. I did not need to see that. I'm more than happy to just let him leave me alone. But he forced my hand, so I called the police. I actually called the police on him. I know what he does. I know he has illegal firearms. I know that he is deeply entrenched in the alt-right. I know that he has a lot of cocaine in his house. Yeah, he's fucked. He's fucked. I even talked to them on the phone. So, who knows? Maybe they'll pay him a visit very soon.
And here's the important thing is how he talks about how he has illegal firearms. Like, I didn't know that was possible in Canada. Like, the idea of Andy even owning a gun is kind of hilarious. But when you mention that in a police report, and you mention that when you're talking to the cops, that only has malicious intent.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. I mean, like that one quote I read, like it's directly from one of those clips. And it's, this isn't only me trying to get him killed. This isn't only me trying to get him killed, as if there's some other motive to it besides trying to get him killed. Like, you told him he was schizophrenic, armed, and dangerous. What was your point there? You thought the cops were just going to come and have a nice little chat?
He
They were
has
gonna.
so illegal weapons, ties to the alt-right, just these nebulous claims that usually involve flashbangs and dead dogs. I don't understand why he would be pushing that unless it had malicious intent.
Well, what's the narrative he's trying to run here? Like he was going to send the cops to his house to call off the internet trolls. He's suck on Ian Miles Chong.
This, you have to understand, these people are just they have like narcissistic injury. Like if they in any way are held out for the frauds that they are, they will try to destroy someone's life. It's not enough to just maybe say your piece, defend yourself, and go silent. They cannot be silent. And that's something I've really noticed about a lot of people these days on the internet. Like lurking, going silent, going offline is just not an option for people these days. It's doubling down, going crazy, calling the cops, whatever.
When you're so invested in your, I guess, internet persona that you can't just go away for 6 months, wait for shit to blow over, not make it any worse, and then come back. That's what everybody, it's like Tonka go, like you should have went away about 7 months ago. At this point, you should go away permanently. But if he just would have went away like 7 months ago when the IBS apocalypse happened, he probably would be fine. He could probably start up a show again and nobody would give a shit. But no one will no one will leave when they're wrong. They just consistently want to try to disprove what everybody's saying about them.
And
but they just make it, they inevitably they make it worse.
And someone in Zintrax in chat said that's because it's their entire life, Leo. Yup, that's it. I mean, the concept of lurk more has disappeared these days because people who are new to the internet, they become so heavily invested in their YouTube, Twitter presence that the idea of logging off for a week is just completely beyond their comprehension. And yeah, just to take a break, chill out. And you see Ian Miles Chong, he's now, instead of just going away, he's writing articles and saying, well, what was the best advice? Didn't he have advice at the end of the article saying like, the only advice is I shouldn't have called the cops because it gave them more evidence or some garbage.
I shouldn't have fed into this troll army. That was my mistake.
Yeah, his mistake is he should have logged off, deleted his account, unplugged his router, and flushed it down the toilet. Like he'd just gone away, logged off.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess like my advice would be like develop real relationships outside of the internet. And most people probably won't believe me. And you shouldn't believe anyone on the internet who says that they have relationships outside of the internet. So just believe that I'm lying here. But I've got plenty of friends outside of the internet. Like I could like just delete this and walk away and be fine. But
oh no, Toad McKinley. Only when someone constantly brings it up and brags about it, almost like they're compensating for something, which is what Tonka did all the time, constantly bragging about how rich he is. Oh, I got so much money. So anytime someone does that, constantly bragging about something, they are compensating through their online persona.
Dude, you've got no idea how just fucking painful it is to re-listen to the shit that I used to enjoy on the Kumite, like with the context of what I have today. And like knowing that I ignored the warning signs, and that like everybody ignored the warning signs of the fight me IRL. I got more money than God. I'm not an internet person, but I'm on the internet 16 fucking hours a day.
No, dude, hey, that was all kayfabe. It was all a character.
Sure.
Until people realize, wait a minute. This isn't a character. that is the story of so many interactions on the internet. Like, oh no, this isn't a character. This is really how someone's like, it's too late now.
Yeah.
Bail.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Eject.
Well, you have it there firsthand, folks, from a Gamergate veteran, Leopirate. How much
veteran of the culture war. I'll be telling my children about it for sure.
Yeah, to sit your grandchildren on your knee and telling about how you exposed that pedophile one time and got kicked off Twitter.
What did you do during Gamergate? You know the guy with the gunt? The guy with the huge gunt? I had a fight with him one time.
Oh no.
Oh, we're not talking about the gunt. No gunt wave.
I knew you were gonna bring up Guntgate, Leo.
Guntgate.
You couldn't resist.
It's there, ever present. Just the gunt wave. But
so tell me, like during IBS, you had like you were talking about how you were proud of Ralph for like coming back from jail and doing good and being composed, but over the past few months, you seem to have an issue with him.
It just changed. I'll say that because he humbled himself in the first stream. Many people forget. Right out of prison, he went on our very own BYBS. If anyone knows what that is,
I remember setting that up.
Yeah, you were there. No, I don't know. If
my internet died, so I couldn't be on the stream.
But he was there for that, and I remember I was like, he had lost a lot of weight when he was in prison, and he had humbled himself. He realized that he wasn't a really big stream. But then that's what happens. Like the minute someone gets more than a couple of thousand subscribers or viewers, they get the super chats rolling in, something changes about them. It goes right to their head, and they think that they are worth something. And I'm just surprised that more people haven't, the whole J. Caesar joke, everyone jokes about that. I'm more confused why people don't talk about how that was a premium Pornhub account. Did you know that?
No, I don't really research too much into the lore of Ralph.
I'll tell you, the J. Caesar Pornhub account that was tied with it, aside from it looking at interracial cuckold pornography with the most recent viewed video called Blacked, that's really what it was called. The account was 6 years old, had recent activity, and was a premium Pornhub account. I want you people to realize that. Like, first of all, if you have a Pornhub account, seriously consider repenting and turning to Christ. That's the first thing to do.
I would suggest you turn to Allah, our Lord and Savior.
Whatever it does to make you stop, okay? Because having an account, that's already bad. But having a premium account, I think that might be where your conscience is seared with a hot iron. Like by that point, I don't know if you can even be reached. Like this is the next level. And
I would suggest that if he would have you, that you go on to the kill stream and talk to Ralph about these issues you have with him, because I like both of you guys.
I mean, I don't have issues with him. I barely talk to him. He doesn't. The last thing I did is we are DMing each other, and I was asking, can I come on your stream? Because I want to expose Mike Enoch for the Jew that he is. I was like, I have some recordings of Mike Enoch admitting he's a Jew, and just some other interesting things I want to talk about. And then he didn't respond, and he hasn't responded to me since. And I know he had Mike Enoch on the kill stream one time, so I don't know. I don't think, it's not like he's particularly against me or anything, and I'm not particularly against him, but I just think it's funny. And I think the whole J. Caesar thing is just the funniest thing to have come out of the entire internet blood sports thing, that no one seems to look at the details. People are kind of like, oh yeah, his email showed up. And I think Medicare had made a joke. It was like, big black dick. You got to look at the details. 6-year-old account, premium, just something to know. Premium money. He pulled out his credit card.
I think, I don't know, maybe after this, people will get word to Ralph about how much you don't like him. And maybe, this is why I liked internet blood sports, because people who had issues with each other would get on a stream and yell at each other. So I don't know, maybe he'll have you on stream, maybe he won't, maybe he'll just call you a faggot and won't let you on. But I think it'd be pretty entertaining for you guys to talk to each other about these issues you have. Whatever, J. Caesar, Guntgate. Jesus.
Oh, acting like you don't know. Whoa, watch the Third Commandment, bro.
Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your God.
What?
I mean our God. Sorry.
But the chat's blowing up. Leo doesn't have enough clout for the Killstream TV. That's 100% true. You have to understand that.
Just call in tonight.
No, he's not. I don't have enough clout, dude. He doesn't care about me. I don't have enough clout, and I completely understand. It's good. Like I don't. He lets
anybody call in, doesn't he?
It's what the I don't know. I hear it's what a lot of the cool kids are talking about. They're doing very, very strange things for this thing called clout. Have you heard of it, Toad? This clout thing. I don't know. Lots of people are talking about it these days, and people want a lot of it. They just want all the clout all over them. It's very strange.
I have no idea. I think you should call into the Killstream green room, and you guys should settle your differences like men. I think you should call in tonight, and I'm guessing that Ralph would gladly have you on the Killstream to talk about it. If not tonight, maybe, I don't know what they're doing tonight. Maybe another night.
For sure. I hope I could reach out to him. But anyway, yeah. So I don't want to be stealing your show, but this has been good, and we have spoken to each other while you are sober, so it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm gonna read some of these these super chats that I apparently missed. I didn't even think I was going to get any of these. So it was good talking to you, Leo. Maybe I'll talk to you again when I'm not being a drunk degenerate.
It is okay. I don't use the D word, degenerate.
Yeah, I know.
It's all
you
good.
think that everybody that uses degenerate is actually a degenerate.
I'll be praying for you, Toad. It's okay.
I need it.
I know our Heavenly Father will bless you through his Son. All right. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for having me on. And
thanks for coming
peace.
on, Leo. All right. Well, that that took a turn for the hopefully hilarious in the future. Hopefully him and Ralph go at it. Like I said, I like both parties involved. Jay Caesar, obviously, sort of embarrassing. Whatever, Guntgate, kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. People have got their issues, so let's read some of these. Let's read regular chat here real quick, and then I'll read some of these super chats. I've got another whiskey I can finish this time. Maybe I don't know. Get even drunker and act even more like an asshole. Like even more of an asshole. Sorry, I didn't mean to speak like Ian Miles Chong writes. Died of cancer as he fagged McKinley. That's hate speech. And if I had moderators, I'd have them ban you, but I don't have moderators, so I guess I'm just going to have to let people say whatever they want to say. I'm actually surprised that got past YouTube's filter. Toad, are you gay? No, not at all. I'm not. I like cute Asian ladies and black girls. Sorry. Wild Smile says the comments on the article are 10 out of 10. Oh boy. You're a fat lip smacking Niger. Oh, I can't really disagree with that. Can the gun be stopped? I don't know. I like black bitches too, brother. Thanks. Stand strong, Jerry Valentine. Liking black girls is pretty gay. I don't know, man. There's pretty hot black girls out there. Let me tell you. Wild Smile for $2 said Israel's love. Israel / tag hashtag open borders for Israel. I'd have to agree with that. I want to see love all around the world. Let me see. Several people have said read the comments on the article. Uh-oh. Ralph DM'd me. Oh, that was... He doesn't seem to be upset with me. So hopefully Toad's in the clear here. I don't want to start any shit, but maybe we can get these guys on the kill stream together to settle their differences. Because like I said, I would consider... Leo probably wouldn't consider me a friend because he's been on the internet long enough to know better, but I would consider him a friend. He's a good guy. I think Ralph's a pretty good dude too. Let's see. Let me try and find this fucking article. Fucking comment section. Oh boy. Okay. Probably opening this. Let me make sure I activate my 17 proxies. He probably disabled the comments by now. The first thing I see is what you're posting there, Chong. It looks to be a Hasidic Jewish man with the caption "Pure coincidence." Anonymous says, Ian, you're sad, posting an article about your internet harassment. You deserve all of this and more for what you've done, you snake. Zeph, that's a well-known name from IBS. Buckle up, kiddo. The ride has just begun. Another poster says, pay for the pupper, and also, you are fake news with a Trump image macro. If you can pay Picky for some e-thought to half-heartedly text you on a phone you bought her, then you can pay for the pupper, Ian. Call me Ching Chong and your dog won't live long. Chong? No. Oh, no. Can I remind everybody here in chat that the reason Ian had Wild Goose swatted and ruthlessly murdered his dog is because some random Twitter account that wasn't actually Wild Goose said he had 3 Bitcoin and was going to assassinate Ian. Just let that sink in. That's how fucking dumb this guy is. He couldn't click on the actual person to see that they only had like 3 followers. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Oh, man. Another one, hashtag learn to code. I doubt Ian knows how to code. Well, once an SJW, always an SJW. Your sense of victimhood doesn't justify what you did to Worski. Good luck finding a job. Just don't give it up at Still Great. Learn to code or pick rice, you absolute loser. Hashtag pay for pupper. Oh, man. Sam Jones in the YouTube chat says, Ian actually thought he was worth 3 whole Bitcoins. That's a good point. What about that I don't know. Oh, these comments are pretty good. Everybody should go over to this article and check out these comments. Let me read these super chats first. I don't know which ones I read and which ones I didn't read, so expect me to repeat them. Oh. Should I do it, chat? Should I pour one more? I think so. I'm going to, let's see. We got 10 minutes. See if I can get through the super chats in 5 minutes, and then I'll chat with you guys. Then we'll tune into the kill stream and see what those guys have to say about this shit. Let's see. Super chats. I've never done this before. All right, now I know I got one from a long time ago. Okay, here we go. We got 199 from January 10th, 2019. That was my degeneracy is amazing. Take the money and upgrade from dial-up chump from Stone Mexican Guy. My very first super chat ever. Thank you, Stone Mexican Guy. You're a good man. It's from a YouTube premiere. It's pretty gay, but I tried it. Matthew Rivard. Make Scrub do live streams. Also gas Chungus. I don't talk to Scrub. I haven't talked to him since like January of last year. I think he's just making videos on his channel and staying out of the drama. My B edits. You're being a big bully jerk to little Chungus. Ooh woo. Isaac Cruz says, I sent you 71 pictures of Thanos. Please respond. I did respond to him, and he really did send me 71 of those images on Twitter. Tipster says, or Tipster Clips says, Ian is such an idiot. The dumpster fire was already dying down, and he just threw gasoline on the fire. So much hate. How dumb can you be? I think that's kind of the point of this whole stream. HH for $5 says, Andy is also advertised Hype Break, so those accounts, so that account for the views. That's, yeah, he did. $2 from Anonymous C. Ian might want to watch out. There could be snipers. I think that's a reference to what the hell was her name? God damn it. What was her name, chat? What was her name? Not Zoe Quinn. The big beautiful Brianna Wu. That's the one. The big beautiful transgender. Malaysian faggot was gay for PewDiePie. I shouldn't have said that. Malaysian homosexual was gay for PewDiePie ever since he followed Fat One Nook on Twitter. My B edits. That was an attempted hostile takeover by black Israelites. Their message, that's right. JK, you got ching-chonged. My B edits, you called me my E-bits, you damned amphibian. I'm sorry about that. That's for $2. $14.99 from Johnny Drinks Too Much. Says poor Ian. $5 from Zentrax, but it did get worse. Yes, it did. $2 from My B Edits Superberry for Pupper. $2 from Justin 1982. All I have is $15 whiskey. Third World Detractor for $5 is Pay for SEX. Is Pay for Sex Morally Wrong? Another $5 is Pay for Sex Morally Wrong. Napalm Sun for $14.88. That's a really odd number. $14.88. I understand like $14.99, but what's $14.88 for? Why would he tweet out $14.88 or super chat $14.88? That's weird. Seems like a really random number. Flashbangs on Puppers and Worski on. That's the shit I sang. I remember that one. Kodiak. Allah/Toad versus Jesus/Leo. Let's make it happen. Israel's love is real love. Hashtag open borders for Israel. It's Wild Smile. I believe I read that too. Let's refresh this one more time. Make sure we got everything. Can you explain Guntgate? Can you explain Guntgate, please? I think Ralph took a picture with Coach Keno, Coach Red Pill, Dick Masterson, and Andy Worski, where he had a bit of his stomach showing as he raised his arm up to put it around other people, and certain people on an innocent, peaceful agricultural board decided to make a PNG of it, and it's been a running joke. It's very mean. They're bullies. America needs gay op conversion therapy. That's true. I think we would all benefit from that. So there we go. That's the stream. I got incredibly drunk. I woke up at I don't know, 6 p.m. I immediately started drinking and started this live stream. So I'm going to try to make it through the kill stream and see what happens. I'm going to finish this whiskey. And right now I'm going to talk to the chat. The kid says, thoughts on Dispatch. I really don't keep up too much on stream.me lore, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't really know who Dispatch is. I don't know if he had beef with Ralph or whoever. Did you learn to shave? I've got to shave, I don't know, like once a week. I can't grow facial hair very well. Thoughts on furries taking over Discord? I've only used Discord like twice. I'll make an account and then delete it and uninstall it. So I don't know. I don't have much stake in it. Who's fucking surprised? Thoughts on failure? That's a curious one. I've given failure the benefit of the doubt twice. He shit on Tonka once, right after May when everything fell out, then went back to him, and then up until the point where he didn't show up, he was on Tonka's side. I don't think he's doing a gay op. Like, personally, my gut feeling says no, but you could be surprised by anything. I won't say much else besides that. Like, I talked to him in DMs, but he seems to be just trying to move on and start a new show. Laplace's Demon. Jackson is a liar. I see my name has been doxed in chat. Thank you. I'll probably have to delete everything now that everyone knows my name is Jackson. A lot of people don't like failure, apparently. Why aren't you gay, Toad? Because Islam. Because Islam calls for me to take many wives of many different Asian and African-American backgrounds and procreate. I got another super chat for him. How much bleach do you want to drink researching Donga? Enjoy my shekels. I wanted to drink a lot until somebody told me to look up Age of Empires 2, which I used to play when I was a little kid on Steam. And I've just been playing that while I listen to these fucking horrendous streams. And it's actually made the shit go by pretty quick. So it's not as bad, but there for a while. I was gonna switch from Scotch to Bleach because, whew, bad news. Like there's one like 4-month period of when it was 5-month period of when it was good. But other than that, it's just fucking unlistenable. And I'm listening to like 3-hour streams for tiny sound bites. Age of Empires 2 is great as Islam? Yes, that's true. Post best Resident Evil girl, Rebecca Chambers. I've been saying that for quite a fucking while. Quite a while. The sad thing is we are all Kumatards. Most of us are Kumatards. There's those select few people who just hate everybody that called it out from the beginning, but most of us up until like May 2018 were Kumatards. We were friends with those guys or we watched the show. In Chatelet. Perfect. New Kumite is cancer. Kumite's been cancer since after May. Like when he started up the show with Ian, he started up a show with Ian Miles Chong and El Rariachi, and it was just fucking unlistenable after that. Like it was unlistenable on Worski's channel. It was unlistenable on Worski's channel. But it became even worse when they had their falling out and he just went with El Rariachi and Ian Miles Chong. Like it was really fucking bad. Like I couldn't listen to it. And apparently now, I mean, I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but I guess he's fucking disabled his comments, which is what I said a couple weeks ago. I said he was going to disable his like, dislike. I don't know if he's disabled his comments. He deletes every fucking comment. Like, you know, people are spamming comments on that channel, but there's only like 1 or 2 that shows up. Oh, you see the Twitch stream that busted the Twitch, I guess you mean streamer that was busted into pedo sting. I saw a couple tweets about it, but I didn't really keep up with it. Wild Smile says he deleted all the comments. Yeah, I mean he always does that, but now he's disabled like dislike ratio. I'm gonna pour one more whiskey. One more. I don't think I've had enough. We got 1 more minute before the kill stream. They've usually got like, I think, a 2-minute intro. Oh, no. Just turned 10. Jerry Valentine says, Jackson further proves that Toad is a twink. I'm not. I don't know. I mean, you can think I'm gay if you want to. It doesn't really matter. I don't like dudes. Sorry. I don't think I'd be making the videos I make if I did. I think I'd probably be a cuck. Thugger does wrestle streams now. That's true. That was a lovely cork noise. A handle of Buffalo Trace. Nope, that's a Lagavulin 8-year. Buffalo Trace is pretty good though. That Buffalo Trace was introduced to me by a guy I used to work with before I quit my job a couple months ago. Good stuff. You a twig boy, Toad? No, I'm a big boy. Big boy. Do you look like Link without a shirt? No, I don't have blonde hair. I've got black hair. Brownish hair, I guess. When's the video coming out? Hopefully the end of this week or the end of next week. It just depends on how much more shit I run into. Like, the problem is that everything's deleted. So you got to go through several people. Like, I had to delete everything off the laptop I used to make videos just because I ran out of space. To make more space just to fucking archive videos. Like, that's the biggest issue. But once I get to this last final stretch, people have enough clips, it should be good. I'm still working from like 2017 up to Andy Worski. But I've got a good idea of what it's going to be from Andy Worski, you know, joining the Rage, like the Rage was right. Press F for Rage, by the way, up to, you know, this big fight where he never showed up. Do you like the guy from Hatred Toad? Nah, I don't know that. Isn't that a video game? Never played it. 199 from Johnny Drinks Too Much. Black women. Basically, you are a cuck. Whatever you want to say, man. Like, I've been with white chicks too. There's plenty of hot white chicks. Like, I'm not having kids with anybody. So it is what it is. Holy shit, you've not even hit 2018 in your research yet? Rip. I don't need to. Like, I watched all of from Andy Worski's streams in December up to May, and some of the stuff following that, like periodically, I've seen it. And like Kiwi Farms and a lot of Clippers have archived everything, and I know what I need to get. But like researching all the older shit has just been digging through archives that nobody's found and trying to form the basis for why all this shit happened and how he was always the way he is. Cold call. Wait, are you non-white? I'll leave that up to your imagination. Do I sound white? Does it matter? Yeah, I'm white. I mean, I'll give you that. I'm white. I look kind of Mexican, though. I tan really well. I don't sunburn very often. Do you have a copy of Tonka's apology vid? No, but it's floating out. I mean, I have one, but not one that I've uploaded. Like, and I can't upload it. I've got shitty internet. But you can find it if you just search it. I want to imagine you look like Link. Well, imagine I look like Link, but with darker hair then. You can imagine I look like whatever you want. Confirmed Italian. No, I'm not Italian. I'm actually Swedish, English, Scottish, and frog. French. That'd be what it is. And probably a little Native American. Like everybody in America is at least a little bit Native American, I think. I've never taken the fucking 23andMe. Why would I? So they can give my fucking info to the FBI. So do you look like a cage of the hate crime Indian? Fuck no, I'd kill. I mean, I don't want to say that. I would to peacefully sunset myself. One drop Swedish equals 100% cuck. I mean, I don't know anything about the country. Besides that, they've got a bit of a problem with the religion of peace. My religion. Don't drink too much, you'll get jaundice. I'll just have to run fucking 5 miles tomorrow. Tu liara metamut. I'm guessing that's Gaelic for, I don't know. You're a piece of trash, a meramut. I don't understand how Vampin and Kujin are talking shit. I mean, look, at this point, like, it's full fucking delusion. Inshallah, Sweden, the flag of peace will fly high over the land. Hey, man, at least the chicks will be fucking veiled and people will be, you know, I mean, oh God, the women will be veiled and people will be thrown off rooftops for degeneracy. Isn't liquor banned in the religion of peace, Toad? I don't know if you've caught on to this, but me being a Muslim is kind of a meme. Is Josh of Kiwi Farms a lolcow? I don't fucking know. I don't know much about it. Like, I used Kiwi Farms. I used it to research my mukbang video. I've been using it a lot on this Donga video. Josh and Zoom have some sort of feud. And I really want it to culminate into a fucking live stream. I think that would be amazing. I want to see those two go at each other. I think that'd be great. But people have sent me like fucking chat logs of Josh. I don't know if they're real or not. That are kind of sketchy. But do you actually play Resident Evil? I do. I played all the original games. I even played the game on Game Boy. And I bought Resident Evil 2, but I've only got to play like an hour and a half, 2 hours of it. Because I've been working on this fucking documentary. Are you keeping the stream up on the channel? Well, it's in 2 parts. One part got showed. I'll keep it up for a while, I guess, and then I'll unlist it and I'll put it into probably a private playlist, and then I'll delete it after that. Like I've deleted a bunch of my shit. Repent, Toad. You can't play video. I can't play video because I'm spending all my time on a dongumentary. Josh refuses to join a call with Zoom on Ralph Retort. He's been begged by his entire Discord at this point. Well, Josh should quit being a fucking pussy and get on stream with Zoom. Like, what's the worst that could happen? I think he's faced a dude that's been trying to get him kicked off everything for quite a while now. I don't know why Zoom would be any different. Like, he can't be doxxed any more than he is. Is Cecil McFly hot? She's pretty good looking, I guess, for a white girl that cosplays in a dirty bathroom. We got 2 more minutes. At 10:10, I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it and tune into the Ralph Retort. There's not much of a downside to going on stream with Zoom on a third party's channel, now that you mention it. Yeah, I mean, there's not much downside to going on stream with anybody. Like, I don't go on many streams because I don't fucking like this. Like, obviously, I get drunk and act like a fucking idiot, as you've seen this entire stream. Josh always responds with, well, I haven't been invited. I don't know anything about that. Andy Worski stream sniped you? Nice. Patrol all thoughts. I'll have to agree with that. Would you have sex with Momokun? I don't know who that is off the top of my head, but I just like default no. I'm going to pour one more of these. I didn't think I'd get through another whiskey. I'm about out of this fucking 8-year. I'll be honest with you. I've drank way too much. I'm simply hammered. Simply hammered. Josh talked about this on Dick Masterson. He didn't talk about Zoom. He just talked about the dude that's been like A-logging him for years, trying to get him kicked off of everything. Ralph is late game muted. Doesn't he typically start at like 10:05? It's 10:10, so it wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't started yet. Oh shit, it's 10:10. Gotta end the stream. Well, it's been a good one, boys. For a drunk moron talking into a microphone, making an ass out of himself. 350 people still watching this shit show. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, it's been fun, guys. I guess I'll see you next time in like 6 months from now. See you later.